Hmm. Am I live? Normally takes about 10 seconds. Gonna itch my beard. Hello! How's it going, everyone? I know. Can you believe I streamed 2 days in a row? Let's try to keep this streak going. Um, Normal stuff out of the way real quick, just while we are starting. I have kept with the working out. I know I haven't been streaming to show you guys, but I have been working out and closing my rings every day. Um, we're not gonna get a perfect year, but I did get a perfect month last month, which I'm pretty hyped about. Um, Sorry, one second. I'm texting my girlfriend that I'm starting stream. All right, sorry. Her boss just took her and some of like the other people on her team out to like a really nice steakhouse, and she's like, "It's the best steak I've ever had," and I was like, "Oh, damn, okay." Um, but it's an interesting day. Let's see if we um I don't think we need music. We're just talking. I'm gonna eat too, so hopefully that doesn't bother you guys. I'm literally just eating it's white bread with chicken salad that I made. Um, there's like walnuts and what you call it? No, not walnuts. I forget what's in it. Some sort of nut, and then cranberries, which is what I like. All right, but I need to stop. Sorry. My attention is on you guys, but I have the corgis with me. We're trying something new. Um, we just got a new bed, and right before I got stuck in my parents' house, I had built the bed, and we have been. It's like a lower to the ground bed. It's one of those like. Here, let me see if I can find it. It's the. Let's see if I can find this. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, cool. Sorry. It's from us playing Pokemon yesterday. Uh, and so it's pretty cool. It has like the things underneath it, and with the new mattress and everything, it's lower to the ground. So we've been letting the dog sleep with us, which is really nice. Um, and so we've just been kind of changing how we're doing things with Tito now that he's like older. So we're not going to crate him all the time. We're just gonna crate him some of the time, like when he needs naps and stuff. But we're also letting him start to nap more outside of the crate, just because he's done so well with the crate training. So you know how that is if you have dogs. But it is crazy to think that they're both over 1 year old now. Um, but I just something that was a little nice to see that I don't know if everyone was aware of. I wasn't even really aware of it until last night. But supposedly, well, not supposedly, that's wrong. Sadly, 4 Americans were kidnapped in Mexico, and officials have found them, and it's really sad to say, but two of them have passed, and two of them are still alive, luckily. So hopefully, whoever took them, something's going to happen to them. But from this CNN article, yeah, sue me, it's CNN. I know, left wing, whatever, but it's just the news, guys. It's a sad news story. So like, don't get mad at, don't flame me for fucking just using CNN. But so 4 Americans, pretty much, they went to Mexico for cheap surgery, and they were kidnapped. So, derived from joint search actions, the four American citizens deprived of their liberty last Friday were found. Unfortunately, two were dead. Investigation and intelligence work continue to capture those responsible. Details will be given later. And so, just keep an eye on this. I'm not going to fully cover it because I don't know everything about it. But it seems like the two bodies that of the deceased have been handed over to the American government, and that it will hopefully there will be something with this. But the main thing, the thing that I'm clickbaiting everyone with is Andrew Tate dying?
Andrew
I just
Tate
saw
had
this
lung
from
cancer.
Philip
That's a claim
DeFranco.
that Tate's manager was throwing out after it appeared that someone leaked his medical record, with it appearing to show that he had a lesion on one of his lungs. But Tate, who's imprisoned in Romania, or whoever the hell is running his Twitter account, says that none of that is true, claiming that lesion is just a scar from an old battle and that he'll live for 5,000 years. With Tate's manager also now walking back his original claim, saying that Romanian doctors diagnosed the tumor in Tate's lung as benign. They follow to stay in the loop. Andrew Tate.
So I saw that, and then I did a little bit of research, and I couldn't really find anything about it. But just as I was doing that, my guy, Pyro, uploaded an 8-minute video saying huge Andrew Tate cancer update. And he literally just posted this today, about an hour ago, so I haven't had time to watch it. But let's just see what he has to say.
Having cancer. Lung cancer, to be specific. Now, this came out mostly through a medical document that was leaked online. Now, I did give it a read over. In the posterior segment of the right upper lobe, a sizable space occupying is identified as detailed above. The finding is non-specific. The differential diagnosis includes LUDS, a ham... Yeah, just forget that bit. But even at the time, I was skeptical. Many people were. It almost seemed a little bit too on the nose to say that Andrew Tate, the guy that smokes like 6 cigars a day, every single video, every single podcast, he's always puffing on one, he gets lung cancer. Now, this leaked medical document was from Andrew Tate's doctor based in Dubai, where Andrew Tate lives in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. And the doctor was basically saying they found a growth on his lung. It looks pretty bad. And if we don't do anything for 6 months, he's probably going to die. So what they wanted is to have Andrew Tate, freed from the Romanian jail he's currently sat in, and...
Wait, so it wasn't even really... It was intentionally leaked, trying to get him out of jail for medical purposes. If I just understood that correctly. It's like, people thought that someone leaked it, but he leaked it.
Sent back to Dubai to conduct extensive medical tests. Now, what I've just explained to you sounds like the plot of a new Fast and Furious film. Can he get to the doctors in time? Can his life be saved? Find out by going to the IMAX theater. And of course, Twitter did what Twitter always does and was basically celebrating the guy's death before it even happened. Which is the equivalent of playing Warzone or CSGO with one of your mates, and they say that they're going to get a squad wipe, and the game hasn't even started yet. Now, since I talked about the Andrew Tate situation, there have been some updates. For
Twitter
example,
loves to
his
hate
own
people.
manager came out and posted an Instagram story saying, the cancer story, it's true. I've been driving him to and from the hospital. No update yet. Now, to be a little bit of a contrarian, I find it very bizarre how Andrew Tate's own manager has beaten him to the punch. His own manager coming out and saying, yeah, he has cancer. I mean, if that is Andrew Tate's manager, if it's real, you would think the manager would actually reach out to Andrew and say, hey, you know what? Maybe you want to break the story. Maybe it sounds better coming from you than your own manager basically snitching you up. And to make things even more confusing, people have done extensive reads on the medical document and they've found out that there's no actual mention of cancer. They can find a suspicious growth on his lung, but they don't think any of the cell growth is malignant or cancerous. Now, this is quickly turning into the biggest Scooby-Doo mystery of 2023. Does he have cancer or doesn't he? You basically have two...
What do you guys think? I think Andrew Tate probably has cancer just because of the amount of stuff he does. I think, or actually, no, this is going to be my hot take. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I wouldn't be sad if Andrew Tate has cancer, right? But I have a strong feeling that this might be false and that him and his team are trying to do anything to get him out of that Romanian jail. Because, I mean, have you seen that man since he went to that jail? He's not looking too good. And I don't think he's used to living like a jail guy. He's more of a rich guy. So it might just so happenstance be that he had some sort of injury that made a mass in his lung, or he already knew he had a benign lung mass, and now they might be, weaving a slightly different story, saying no, he has cancer and he needs to be released from this Romanian jail so that he can elude justice, pretty much. And I'm not trying to be cynical, but that seems like a more believable story than someone who claims to be in perfect health having cancer. I mean, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan. I hope you guys would know that, but I think that the guy probably does keep himself in pretty good shape. I mean, his claims that he's gonna live for 5,000 years and like he has no damage to his lungs must be false to some degree. But it seems, I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Sorry, ADHD. Wow. My God, I just hard lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. I think that the story is more plausible that Andrew Tate's team is making up the cancer to try to get him out of jail than him actually having a malignant cancerous tumor. I'll leave it at that.
Two camps at the minute. The people that hate Andrew Tate and they just want him to die, thinking it'll improve their life somehow. I mean, they'll probably feel better for 5 minutes and then go back to hating themselves. And then you have the other half that will happily jump off a cliff for him like lemmings and then buy his influencer program. Those people as well also hate themselves. And then, of course, you have the third party I don't like to talk about, dick riders like Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross, of course, came out and said, "I'm so sorry, Andrew Tate, I'm so sorry, bro." And the thing is, Aiden Ross's dick riding was that bad. If you go onto his tweet right now, Twitter employees have hijacked it, basically saying this is bullshit.
Wait, what? All right, wait. They really just confirmed Andrew Tate got lung cancer. Fuck cancer. Praying for my brother. Free Tristan and Andrew Tate immediately. They are innocent. And then Twitter correctly rated helpful. So this is like a bot, I guess, that they have. Andrew Tate has since released a statement confirming he does not have cancer
because
after doctors investigated a scar on his lung.
It'll actually redirect you to a recent tweet that Andrew Tate made saying that he doesn't have cancer. Due to a
Wait, that's hilarious. The Twitter AI is kind of fucking things up here. The Twitter AI is spreading false news. Oh my God. Because we don't know if it's true or not. Aiden is saying that it has cancer, but the AI that does misinformation on Twitter is seeing Andrew Tate tweet that he doesn't have cancer. Oh my God, where is it?
Actually redirect you to a recent tweet
saying that he doesn't have cancer, and they're saying that Aiden Ross's tweet is fake, like false news.
That Andrew Tate made.
That's hilarious.
So he came out saying, "I do not have cancer. My lungs contain precisely 0 smoking damage. In fact, I have an 8-liter lung capacity and the vital signs of an Olympic athlete. There is nothing but a scar on my lung from an old battle. True warriors are scared both inside and out." You notice I keep going in between an American and a British accent because he does that. I don't know why. And then he posted himself doing a little flex as well for some reason. Now, some news that no one seems to talk about is whoever runs this account, because it definitely is not Andrew Tate that runs this account. He probably posts on it sometimes, but this account tweets more than Keemstar. There is no way that it is just Andrew Tate on this account.
Keemstar's still relevant.
Andrew Tate Twitter account, they just...
Wait a second here. Is Drama Alert still a thing? No, it's not. I thought, is Keemstar relevant still? I mean, he just tweeted and stuff, but Drama Alert hasn't posted on YouTube in a while, nor since 2020. Is drama alert over? I'm confused. This is a rabbit hole that we're gonna go down, and you guys are gonna come with me. I'm so confused though, because drama alert. Wait, turn it. Why hasn't drama alert posted since 2022? I'm just so confused. Like, he doesn't post his videos anymore. I don't. He just does Twitter stuff? I don't know. I don't feel like figuring it out right now.
Deserve a pay rise, because that tweet I just read out, if you go into the hidden replies, I scrolled for around 3 minutes. There is still no end to it. I think they've unironically clicked hide replies on around 1,000+ accounts. Now, to make the situation even more confusing somehow, Romanian officials conducted their own tests on Andrew Tate, and they found no trace of cancer. They did find
See, I'm telling you guys, they're trying to make it up to get him out of jail.
the tumor, but they concluded that it was benign. And another layer onto that story, the doctor that originally wrote the medical letter saying, you know, we need to get him out of the country, he is going to die. That doctor has been found out to be having loads of selfies and photos with Andrew Tate, and recently spent the
Romania refutes Andrew Tate's claim of cancer. They say he was tested and the tumor is benign. The doctor who diagnosed Tate has since covered up his tracks on Instagram, deleting photos he posted hanging out with Tate
past couple days, scrubbing his social media to, you know, basically have no interactions with the guy. So there's a possible game theory going around at the minute that he never had cancer, and he knew that he never had cancer. But by fooling the Romanian
Yo, was my hot
authorities,
take
he could have
right?
flown out to Dubai, UAE, had the medical testing, and then when it was time to actually be brought back to Romania, he could have just said, no, I don't think I will. And because of the very lax extradition laws that UAE has, he probably would have been fine. But obviously, the people in Romania did their own tests on him. They didn't find anything, so he couldn't.
Yeah,
really
exactly.
double
That's
down
what I
on
was.
that.
That's
So
what I
he
thought it was
basically
going
came
to
out
be.
saying, I never had cancer. Alternatively, again, to be devil's advocate, Andrew Tate did no wrongdoing whatsoever.
Oh
He
my
had
God.
no idea about any of this, like,
I'm
ploy
gonna-
to get him out of the country. Just all of his cronies planned it, and he could do no wrong. Basically, if you're looking at that game theory, all of his cronies planned a Payday 2-tier jailbreak, and he had no idea. Now, looking more into the medical document, because it's basically all but confirmed at this point, there's mentions of some popcorn calcifications, which are linked to hematomas, which themselves are cell growths, which are weird, but they're benign. They're not cancerous. I've also seen some more game theories about people saying that the doctor was basically paid to kind of falsify the document, make it out that it was a much more serious situation than what it was, to get him out the country so he wouldn't be taken back. Now, that game theory, a lot of people are replying by saying take your meds, which is fair. I mean, there's no actual proof of that, but if you do look into it, again, like I mentioned earlier, Dubai, UAE, they have very, very lax extradition laws. So here's an example, right? Many countries have very good extradition treaties with the US. For example, you do something in the UK.
All right, yeah, we know about this. The UAE won't extradite him.
Easier time avoiding any.
So that's pretty much that's all of the I'm going to talk about with Andrew Tate right now. I'm not like I think it's kind of funny, like trying to play the I have cancer card to get out of jail. That's like such a weird cop. Like I don't know. It's so fucking weird. But that's the end of that. We're not gonna finish watching Pyro's video. He's just talking about, I think, just gonna talk about like extradition and stuff, which doesn't really pertain to Andrew Tate that much. But just go to if you ever commit a crime, go to a country that doesn't extradite to the U.S. because that is your best bet. It's your best bet. All right, moving on. Do you guys remember Jelly? He was one of those really big YouTubers back in like the early 2010s.
Of his audience in only 2 years.
And
did the
now
content
he's
become
gone.
repetitive, boring, and unremarkable? Did he become too focused on unimportant things outside of YouTube? Or was his decline the direct result of Jelly's highly successful trio eventually coming to an end? We're going to provide a step-by-step explanation for why Jelly's channel hasn't been doing so well, which is most easily understood if we discuss how he became successful in the first place. When Jelly created his first video on the 3rd of June 2014, he had already been making videos for around 3 years on 2 prior channels, and as a result he had already built up some fairly significant skills. For example, Jelly clearly understood the basics of branding with almost every thumbnail featuring a clear element of green, which also helped Jelly to release his first line of merch only 3 months after beginning the channel. However, the point at which things began to get serious was when Jelly became 1/3 of what came to be known as the Robust Trio. In the beginning of the group, the only 2 significant members were Jelly and Kwebbelkop, who had already created a couple of viral uploads.
It's me and Jelly, and we were playing on, like, this is crazy viral video. 14 million views.
Kwebbelkop then explained that he and Jelly realized that they could go viral by simply having a fun time together, which became
Crazy to think
significantly
GTA
easier
5
after
came
the
out
two
that long
announced
ago.
that they were moving into a house together.
Me and Jordy are checking out a place. This is the place where me and Jordy are hopefully gonna live.
And while Jelly and Kwebbelkop were already getting insane views as a duo, it would be after adding a 3rd member that things began to get crazy. Slogo Man, or Slogo, appeared on Jelly's channel for the first time in a video titled Sailing with Monster Trucks, and after this video received an above average view count, Slogo became a regular part of the group. Since they play GTA 5 more than any other game, they'd collaborate and grow together in almost every single
He looks
video.
so young
With
in
Josh
these
there was
videos.
a much better chemistry. Jordy is always the one who's probably the best at the game. Josh is always the annoying one, and I'm always the one that rage quits. And I feel like that's a good chemistry. It works very well.
Which resulted in Jelly reaching
looks
a
really
million
young.
subscribers only 12 months after creating his channel.
Yes! I saw it! I saw it, baby!
Meanwhile, Jelly, Kwebbelkop, and Slogo were becoming closer and closer friends every single day.
And in the meantime, just having banter, just roasting each other, and we were very close friends. Like,
I mean,
we
it's like
spoke
the
to each other
perfect-
every
oh
day,
my God, I'm an
we were there
idiot,
for each other
guys.
every day.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Oh, that's a big L, chat. That's not good. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. You know, we're just gonna scrap this. We're just gonna scrap this. Oh my god. I don't know if I want to cover the Mr. Beast drama. I don't really care. I want to watch this, I think.
Reed created her channel
All
to
right.
document what was supposed to be an epic weight loss journey.
My name's Amberlynn and I wanted to start a YouTube channel for weight loss.
Instead, the audience saw nothing but drama and catastrophe.
I have no
as
idea who this
Amberlynn
is.
almost doubled her body weight, with her brutal transformation beginning when she'd weigh in during her very first video.
I did my weigh-in. I was 368.0.
Amberlynn's courageous ability to share this vulnerable information led
That's-
to an instant fan base
wow.
of approximately 200 subscribers, along with positive comment after positive comment on every single video. But while everybody was rooting for Amberlynn, only 7 days after uploading her first video, there were already signs that her weight loss journey was going to end in disaster, as she'd post her first weekly weigh-in explaining that she hadn't lost any weight.
My weigh-in was 368.0 last week. My weigh-in today was 368.0. So I stayed the exact same.
The other thing that
That's not
became
necessarily
obvious
a
in this
bad thing,
video
though.
was that Amberlynn had no desire to sacrifice for her goal.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, no, I will not be counting calories, if any of you are wondering. No, I will not even be thinking about my health that day. I'm just not gonna think about my weight.
And she had a defeatist attitude toward her weight loss journey.
That's
I
really
don't have
sad.
willpower like I used to. I remember the days where I was down 3 pounds a day, but I'm never gonna be that again.
It's safe to say that this unconfident mindset was doing her no favors, as 1 week later, she'd upload another weigh-in video revealing that she'd actually gained
Try not to run over my
weight.
dog.
This week has been my most indulgent binging week I have ever had. I weighed in at 371.0.
Before she'd talk about her solution to fix this, which was not to eat healthier, but rather to change the day on which she weighed herself.
I will be weighing on Thursdays now, and by this Thursday I hope to be down 3 pounds. It should be simple.
While Amberlyn concluded by
How does
saying
that work?
losing another 3 pounds should be simple, she'd once again gain weight in the week that followed.
I've been having a lot of issues with saying no to certain foods. So I did my weigh-in. I was up 2.8. Every time I weigh in, I'm like not losing. I don't know what to do.
With the trend continuing into the week after that.
But I stepped on the scale and saw 376.
I feel like this is a really bad way to do the weight loss because, I mean, I'm not the healthiest guy at the moment. I'm trying to lose weight. I've lost like 10 pounds since the new year, which is just like barely as much as I need to, but you know, I'm working on it. But something that I noticed and I realized is that when you start like informing like others, but more importantly yourself about your weight, sometimes it's just so crushing that like it makes it worse, and you see this happen. Like, she is now unironically aware of how much she is eating, and like she knows how much she should eat, but like going from eating like 4,000 calories a day to eating like even 3,500 calories a day, that could be a lot of food. And like, if you're not counting the calories, which is the hardest part, and you're not cooking your own meals, I mean, I had 5 Guys last night. I had a milkshake, fries, and a burger, and it was like 2,800 calories. Like, and like, if you don't know that, that's absurd. If you eat that every day, that's like my math might be off, but that's like almost 16,000 calories just from lunch if you were to eat that meal every day of the week for lunch. And like, I don't.
7. First reaction was,
I feel bad
"What?
for her."
That can't be right. I stepped on it a few other times, which I normally do, and it all said the same thing. I definitely know how to gain some weight.
It was obvious that Amberlyn's weight loss journey wasn't going to plan, and while almost every comment remained positive, her failure to lose weight resulted in her very first hater, who she'd foolishly dedicate an entire video to.
Oh no.
This person is
You never do
beating
that.
up so bad with their words, saying that since I started this channel, I'm actually up weight.
However, Amberlyn had a plan to prove this
Hater's not wrong.
as 1 week later, she'd upload a video providing an outline for the weight she wanted to get down to by the end of the year.
That's
My
smart.
resolution is to reach 299 pounds. I think I was 11 when I weighed 290 pounds, and ever
11. I'm not trying to fat shame her, but I would like to see what her family looks like.
then, I have never seen that number 2 at the beginning of my weight.
After posting this video, Amberlyn
That's also so horrible, and I feel like genuinely feel really bad for her, because I remember as a kid being over 200 pounds, right? Like in high school, I was like pretty built in high school, and I was like 225, and I hated myself. I thought I was so fat because all my other friends weighed like 180 pounds, 170 pounds. But like, I was also like a good 6 inches taller than most of them. Not actually, but like most of them were like 5'10", and I'm 6'3". So yeah, I just like being 300 pounds before puberty. I couldn't imagine what that would be like. Like, that makes me kind of sad.
and began to make progress instantly.
So my weigh-in yesterday was 377.0. My weigh-in today was 376.4, so that's down 0.6.
And would announce 5 months later that she'd lost an impressive 28 pounds.
It feels really freaking good to be so on track. I'm in the 340s, no more 350s.
Although throughout the rest of the year,
awesome.
Amberlyn's discipline began to slip.
I spent the last 3 weeks eating whatever I wanted. Yes, I have gained 13.8 pounds in the last couple of months.
And by the end of the year, rather than being down to her goal of 299, she was instead back to 377 pounds.
That was my weigh-in, 377.0.
The exact same weight that she was at the beginning of the year. Yet, in retrospect, this loss of 0 pounds seems quite favorable, as only 4 months later, she'd make an announcement that ultimately caused her weight gain to spiral out of control. Amberlyn uploaded a video titled "Going Through a Breakup," explaining that her 4-year relationship had slowly fallen apart, which was followed by a different video only 2 days later, explaining that the scale couldn't even weigh her anymore, as she'd become heavier than 420 pounds.
The fact that the scale wasn't reading me because I reached 420 again, or around there, it absolutely hurts.
Amberlyn's emotional state was healed to some extent when she began to date a new girl called Destiny. However, this only seemed to make things worse, as she began to go months without weighing herself.
You gain so much weight when you're in a relationship because, like, this is so bad, but like when I met my girlfriend, like we slowly, like, you can see it in pictures of us, and like, God, babe, if you see this, I'm sorry, I'm outing us like this, but you can see, like, that first year that we were together and like we lived out of college, we both probably put on like 10. She probably put on like 5 pounds, and I probably put on like 15 pounds. And like, you can see it because you just kind of get complacent, and like, you know, like, you make homey food and like you eat out a little bit more because like you don't want to cook, so you order pizza, and like you gain weight, and like you're not thinking so much about like, oh, I have to be skinny and attractive to like get a partner, because you have your partner. So like you get that relationship gut.
Last time I weighed myself was over 2 months ago.
And after only 6 months of being in this new relationship, Amberlyn explained that her weight had hit a new high.
I weighed in and I'm 455.0 pounds. I know every single time I come on here, I weigh more and more and more.
The audience also began to observe that Amberlyn had adopted a significantly more obnoxious, unlikable attitude, which, when combined with her weight gain, led to a surge in people hating on her content.
People are judging every move I make. Even in the good things that I do, people find negative, and it's frustrating to me.
At around the same point in time, with the assistance of various mukbang videos, Amberlyn experienced a significant increase in her subscriber count, although obviously this only gave her more incentive to eat, helping her to reach 482 pounds only 6 months after hitting 450. Things became even worse for Amberlyn when she'd announced that her new relationship had also come to an end, stimulating.
How bad for your body is it to gain 50 pounds in 6 months? Like, is it like really bad for you? All right, these are all like people. I'm looking up on my second monitor because okay, this Reddit guy posted gained 50 pounds in 4 months. Okay, no. It doesn't seem good for you, though.
Increase.
January 1st, I weighed 489.2. That is the highest weight I've ever weighed. Absolutely disgusting. 10.8 pounds away from 500 pounds. I can't even like say that out loud. That is like impossible for me to be that big. It is scary.
And as a result of this gain, Amberlynn decided to put her foot down and make a change once and for all. Only this change
Gastric
wouldn't come
bypass
in the form
surgery.
of a new diet or even a new exercise routine, but it would rather appear in the form of a video announcing that she would no longer be stepping on the scale or tracking her weight loss journey whatsoever.
I am done with my weight loss journey. Sharing my journey does not help me at all.
It seemed as though Amberlynn couldn't bear to see
That's
herself
so
hit
sad.
500 pounds, with this willful ignorance being spotted by the audience immediately. Her former title as a weight loss YouTuber had transformed into the new title of a weight gain YouTuber, and with a steadily increasing audience, Amberlynn's inability to lose weight began to receive exposure outside of
She kind of reminds me of the
YouTube. She's
obese
a woman who
twins,
started a
the
channel of
Tammy,
350
that Tammy
pounds to
woman.
motivate herself and others to lose weight. She has since gained over 200 pounds through excessive binging and delusions about what is healthy. She starts a new diet every few weeks and breaks them within hours. There are rumors that she can't fit into her own bathroom at this point and is mostly immobile. She's a
That's so
train wreck.
sad.
My fear of becoming like her has been a great motivation to continue this lifestyle, and it's not like this was the only person who was using Amberlynn as fuel for their own weight loss journey. I watch
Oh my
Amberlynn
God.
Reid's videos on
People started using her as the reason to lose weight? That's fucked. Oh my god, sorry. I'm texting. That is so sad. If anyone ever used a picture of me or like me, like like even the comment above that, let me move. The guy saying I watched My 600-Pound Life just to understand how anyone gets that size. And they talk about the fuck, it's Tammy and I can't remember her other name, but they were like My 600-Pound Life girls on TLC. And like if you guys ever use me as motivation to lose weight, I'm literally gonna delete my social media and never go on the internet again. I don't understand how she is still posting videos 5 years after this happened.
YouTube
Like,
to motivate
what?
me to cut my portions down and work out more. Good lord, that poor girl. Not even 30 and she can barely walk due to morbid obesity.
So
But
sad.
while these people were able to find inspiration to continue on their weight loss journeys, Amberlynn Reid was doing the opposite. She'd begin her 4th year on YouTube weighing in at 497 pounds, which accompanied yet another optimistic resolution.
My goal is not to go out to eat a single time in January.
That doesn't
I'm gonna be
matter.
pretty much doing like a very
Going out to
clean
eat is
eating,
probably
and I'm
better
just
for you
pumped
than
about it.
eating
However, the
food you
audience
cook
already
yourself.
knew exactly what was going to happen. Amber is never going to lose weight. She's been doing this for years now. She'll be eating at Texas Roadhouse in 2 weeks, and with the assistance of her jumbo Coke and chocolate movie theater diet, these comments turned out to be correct.
So that
What?
means in 1 week I've gained 12.
A diet of jumbo soda and Rolos? How do people live eating this? I don't think my body could function. If I don't drink enough water, I'm 25 and I feel like I'm 40 sometimes. Like if I don't drink enough water and if I eat like shit, like if I eat like I used to in high school, like just like drink a bunch of energy drinks and eat sugary food and shit, like I will die. Like I will not be able to get out of bed the next morning. So how does she, how? Can you guys in the comments please explain to me? Because like I have watched My 600-Pound Life. I've seen like the My Biggest like The Biggest Loser, shows like those. And like it never really, I could never really understand why or how people got to this point. So like if someone could like genuinely please help me understand it. Like, is it a mental illness? Is it just like a lack of discipline? Like I don't know, and like I'm genuinely interested in learning more. So if you guys could tell me in the comments or in chat right now, send me some information, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you.
500.8 pounds.
However, it would be what Amberlynn did next that took her journey to a whole new level of degeneracy. She'd begin to use her weight as clickbait for new videos, proudly displaying her unhealthy diet in exchange for extra views.
All right, chat. Is that a real chocolate bar? Or is it photoshopped in and enlarged? Because, like, just to work up here, if it's Photoshop, girls got Photoshop skills, you know? Like, look right up here. Like, you can't really tell. I mean, it's a low quality image, but do they make chocolate bars that big? Where can I get one? That thing would last me a year.
Leading to the confirmation that Amberlynn was now over 500 pounds.
I just keep gaining. I've never weighed this much ever. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's weird.
All right, chat, that is fair. The only chocolate I eat is infused with THC. You got me there. You guys got me there.
It seems too real when I say it out loud. My weight today was 500.6.
And like, okay, I'm not trying to dog on
When I say
her.
it out loud.
But like she's even saying it here. She feels bad. It's too real. The reality of saying she weighs 500.6 pounds is too much for her. Like, how, chat? How? Like, what doesn't click in people's minds?
My weight today was 500.6.
Well, who's actually surprised? And no, girl, you're not retaining water. You know exactly what you did. Way to make excuses. Retaining water did not make you fight.
Yo, do you guys ever, I don't know how many of you guys have like hydro flasks or like water bottles like this, but do you ever forget that you put the lid down and just go like, and you're like, where the fuck's my water? But
500 pounds. Eating 6,000 plus calories a day did. Well, we all saw this happening. Don't have to be that so raven to know you were gonna hit 500 pounds. The cycle continued with a brand new goal.
My goal is to be 465 pounds by June 29th.
Followed
Her
by
goal-
a brand new
I feel like, so when I weighed a lot, like in high school, I got up to like 350 after I moved and got super depressed because like I moved to buttfuck nowhere, New Hampshire. I was like 350 pounds, and I realized when I would set goals, I was like, okay, Ian, we want to be 270 pounds before the beginning of college, right? Shit like that. And then I would just never do it because it felt so insurmountable that I learned, like, when I lost a bunch of weight, it'd be like, my goal is to lose 10 pounds in the next 2 months. Like, goals that I knew were possible to achieve and that I could actually achieve. Or I wouldn't set weight goals. I wouldn't worry about weight so much. I'd be like, my goal is to go to the gym 4 days a week for the next 2 months. Stuff like that. That helps a lot. But, I mean, it's too late for her, sadly.
failure.
Yesterday, I weighed in for you guys at my heaviest. It was 525 point something.
Her weight had unsurprisingly gotten even worse by the following year.
506.
Alright, I'm not trying to be mean, but, and I know I keep saying this, I'm going to put a disclaimer. If I make this a YouTube video, I'm going to have to put a disclaimer at the beginning. Because, like, I'm saying I'm not trying to be mean, and it sounds like I'm being facetious, which I'm not trying to be. I'm, like, genuinely, like, in awe.
Her weight had unsurprisingly
Now, does the XL 700 mean that it only weighs 700 pounds? And if it does she have to get a new scale?
gotten even worse by the following year.
567.4 pounds.
And as Amberlynn
She's got
crept
4
past
years.
100,000 subscribers, she began to receive criticism from some of YouTube's biggest fitness influencers.
For meal one, she has a recharge bar from Jenny Craig. It should be called a fat bar. In fact, there's more grams of fat in a recharge bar than a Kit Kat bar.
Yet her response was simply,
What is a recharge bar? Jenny Craig recharge bar? Wait, that is my There you go. A recharge bar. Maintain your fast. No artificial flavors. How are you maintaining your fast if they don't share the macros? I don't understand. So this is just a side note here. I do intermittent fasting, and I don't think you can eat 190 calories and maintain a fast. It's more like 25 calories, I believe, is the calorie threshold for fasting. Yeah. General rule of thumb is you stay under 50 calories while intermittent fasting.
That these fitness experts
190 will not do it.
who she was.
Way too
Made
much.
about me is just horrible and rude, and people just don't understand where I'm coming from, and I feel like I'm very misunderstood.
And it would be through this ignorant attitude that Amberlynn reached a whopping 572 pounds. However, in case things weren't already bad enough, only 5 months later, Amberlynn uploaded a new video announcing that she'd been diagnosed with cancer.
So I got my results.
Oh,
My results back.
that's so sad.
I do have cancer. I have womb cancer.
Which was extra frightening given her health.
The reason
Oh
why
my
I'm
God.
really scared is because of my weight, which is also my fault. So, it's just...
Amberlynn had hit absolute rock bottom. And while during the early days of her channel, she stated that she'd never get weight loss surgery, desperate times began to call for desperate measures.
So I have been putting off calling a weight loss doctor for months now, but I don't know what came over me. I just did it. I
Yes, chat, it's the same sandwich.
called a weight loss place that I know about.
Amberlynn stated that one of the worst parts about getting the surgery was that her views on YouTube would likely decline.
Do I think I'm gonna lose viewers by getting weight loss surgery? And honestly, by me losing weight, I will lose viewership.
And that she'd need to lose a bunch of weight prior to the surgery,
At the size that I am, they won't be able to do weight loss surgery.
prompting Amberlynn to lose a whopping 89 pounds in only a couple of months.
I weighed in today. I reached a new low.
That's amazing, but also scary.
So that means I'm officially down 89.4 pounds, and I'm ecstatic.
Although for whatever reason, Amberlynn never got the surgery and instead, as you might expect, put the weight back on. That would be until
That's
just a few
depressing.
months ago when Amberlynn announced that she had finally picked out a weight loss surgeon.
How I'm feeling now is I'm ready to take that step. I already know what surgeon I want to see.
Yet it was going to be incredibly expensive.
It comes out to $23,000.
And as a result, she's currently saving for the procedure while waiting for her doctor's approval. Amberlynn currently weighs in at 508 pounds.
That's so sad. That's so sad. I wanna look her up. Okay, wait. So I got bad news. Watch me fail in 4K. So
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So
lab results, weight loss surgery update. Am I a
finished
spoiled
the Stillwater
brat? I don't know.
Girls. I gave this a 4 pharmacy, so I'm just very relieved. So they're prescribing me like a friendly, and they tell this book,
Okay.
but like I said, I'm only like 59 pages in, but either way, I am thoroughly enjoying it so far. You guys, I'm on page 140. I've been doing just like nothing but reading today, but I did get a phone call from the weight loss clinic, so I have a little update on that. They got my lab results finally, and they tested like a bunch of different things, and everything came back fine besides my vitamin D is very low. So they're prescribing me like a very high dosage of vitamin D. Results came back pretty well, and it helps a lot. So another update I have is, you guys know how like I said that I found out that I have to go a whole year without binging, and like I kind of had like a little breakdown moment. Like I cried in front of my dietitian.
Comments.
It was embarrassing, but you know.
Wait. The comments are insane. As a former healthcare worker, I can promise you nothing looks worse than a patient insisting that things should work differently for them and they should get special treatment. That's a massive red flag. This happens whenever you reach a setback or someone tells you something you don't want to hear. You get upset, you threaten to give up, you lament about how unfair it is, you question the knowledge and intelligence of the professional giving you advice, and you basically say, I need this done my way or it's not going to work at all.
I just felt very overwhelmed. I didn't like take advantage of, you know, she talks to the surgeon, something big and something amazing and something life-changing. But I feel like if I have that exact date, then it's like I could touch it. I could feel it. I know it's there. Sure, it's not going to be the right way and the right order. And it's just like I don't have this control. And I will talk to you guys later. But I'm not a year. It just gives me...
Kind of sounds like she's
if
OCD.
I wouldn't have felt the way that I did when I was first told that information, that instant, not going to happen. Like, of course, that was a little... sad, and it's like if I wouldn't have felt that way, if I would have just been like, oh, okay, that's totally fine, then I know I'm not.
Whatever. I can't imagine that, and I hope that she doesn't die. That's the most I can say is I hope she doesn't die, and I hope that she finds some way to get healthy. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say about that. Alright, last Sunny V2 video of the stream. YouTubers who ruined their image with one single video. I feel like we're going to know a bunch of these, but we're going to watch it. It should be fun. It's a little bit shorter. And then a really interesting video from Mark Rober that it kind of went under the radar for me. So let's watch the last Sunny V2 video. And hopefully it will be an interesting one.
YouTubers did irreversible damage to their channel with one single video. And we're going to begin by talking about J-Station, whose entire career came to an end as a result of an upload titled My Girlfriend Alexia Died, Rest in Paradise.
Last night we lost Alexia. Around 11 p.m. I got a call from her parents telling me what happened.
J-Station stated that his girlfriend Alexia had gotten into a car crash and as a result had tragically passed away. J-Station would also go and visit his girlfriend's memorial on the side of the road.
This is actually the same road that she passed away on, guys. I'm getting so emotional just being on this road.
Where J-Station seemed so emotional that he could barely get out of the car to look.
Hey man, everything's gonna be okay. Let's just go say the final goodbye for her. Everything's gonna be okay. I don't know if I can do this.
However, his extremely emotional state here ran contrary to a video that he'd post 3 days later, titled Dead Girlfriend Ouija Board Challenge at 3 a.m. Gone Wrong, in which he couldn't stop smiling.
We're doing the Ouija board challenge on my dead girlfriend. Let's smash the like button right now, guys. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Alexia, guys. Rest
what the fuck?
J-Station's complete lack of emotion in this new video led fellow Canadian YouTuber Some Ordinary Gamers to call the Canadian police and see if any Alexia Morano had recently passed away.
No, I don't have anything by that name on the system.
Nobody by that name specifically has suffered any form of death, right?
No, I have an Alexia, but there's no death in that.
As mentioned by the police officer, nobody by the name of Alexia had died, and after other channels such as Penguin Zero covered the story, Alexia came forward to confirm that she was still alive.
I'm sure a lot of you are really confused
what the
as to what's going on right now between me and and Jay and the videos that he posted.
Alexia would go on to explain that she had nothing to do with the Jay Station videos.
I was not a part of any of them. It was just Jay, and I didn't even know what he was gonna say in those videos before he posted them.
And as a result, the two had broken up.
I felt like he was just constantly being mean to me for some reason. The times that he was mean to me, it's just like he was so mean.
However, Jay Station then clapped back by showing Alexia helping out with the videos before trying to expose Alexia as being the crazy one out of the pair.
You are honest to God crazy.
I've been a good person to you, Alexia.
You're a trash human being. Look online. Everybody hates you, Jay.
This one original video didn't only lead to the collapse of their relationship, but it would also eventually result in Jay Station's entire channel being deleted. Therefore, Jay Station probably should have gotten some advice from Sam Pepper, who had already ruined his image by posting an idiotic fake video. It went by the now infamous title Killing Best Friend Prank.
Oh my god, I remember this video.
Let's see how he reacts to his best friend of 5 years being killed in front of him.
The premise of the prank was that two friends get taken to a rooftop somewhere where one of the friends who was in on the prank is shot with a fake gun to see how the other friend will react. Even though they eventually revealed that the whole thing was
so messed up.
The absolute magnitude of the stunt helped it to go viral, racking up over 9 million views in a little over 3 weeks. But while the extremity of the video helped it to go viral, the prank also began to receive
I remember when this
an
happened.
amount of backlash. It was obvious that Sam didn't care.
This was like the beginning of the fall of prank tubers.
About the controversy in the beginning, as he'd respond to the drama by promising to delete his YouTube channel if he was donated 1.5 million on GoFundMe.
Your goal's pretty steep here, $1.5 million.
I just thought if everyone hates my channel so much, they gotta put their money where their mouth is, you know?
Yet this only seemed to add more fuel to the fire, as he was still getting heavy backlash over 3 months later, at which point it became all too much to handle. Sam Pepper would not only delete the original prank, but he'd rather unlist every single video from his entire channel, leaving only one fresh new upload titled I'm Sorry, in which he'd come forward and explain that the video was fake.
No wonder people hate me, like I've been an idiot, like I've been stupid. You know exactly what I'm gonna say now, of course it was fake.
However, the damage had already been done, and while Sam Pepper has since had some success on TikTok, his channel never really recovered after posting the best friend prank. Brooke Hout's channel never recovered either.
I don't know
After she'd
who this one
accidentally
is.
upload a video of her mistreating her dog, her reputation was destroyed permanently.
Wait, is this
Up
the
to posting
YouTuber who
video,
beat her
Brooke Houtz
dog?
had gained 327,000 subscribers, which, as you can see from the videos on her channel, had been aided by her pet Doberman named Sphinx. Brooke always put up the facade that she loved her
such a
dog
good
more
dog.
than anything else.
Obviously, me and my dog are really close. We're besties. We hang out 24/7, more like 25/8. Am I right?
However, less than a month after stating this, on the 6th of August 2019, Brooke would accidentally upload a full uncut clip of her pranking the dog while treating it like absolute garbage. As the video began to spread throughout social media, almost every single news outlet wrote an article on the story, prompting a Change.org petition titled Ban Brooke Houtz from YouTube, which received over 67,000 signatures. Peter would also take to Twitter in a post hoping that she was banned from the platform, yet incredibly her channel remained active, helping her to post a bizarre apology video about a month after the original incident.
First, I want to start this video by saying thank you.
How do you
I just wanna
upload stuff by
genuinely say
accident to
Although
YouTube?
this video
Like,
did nothing to fix her image, as after taking a
that's what I really
want
wanna know.
Platform, she'd return with an upload title.
how does one accidentally upload a clip or a video to YouTube? Because like, it's not something you can do accidentally. And if you're editing your own videos and you're not watching your video back, I mean, I don't know. All of my videos that I ever make, I always watch like 2 or 3 times before I upload it, because I don't like, you don't want something bad. Not like I'm saying anything bad or like I'm hurting my dogs, because I'm not. I love these dogs. They're both asleep at my feet right now, but like, how do you accidentally upload something like that?
Which received an impressively terrible 98% dislike ratio,
I
solidifying
love it.
just how much damage this one video had done. However, at least Brooke was never arrested for the controversy, as when Count Dankula posted a 2-minute 23-second
I have no
clip
idea
of
who
his
this
dog,
is.
he'd end up appearing in court. The video was uploaded in April 2016, and the premise was as follows.
Girlfriend
lighting is so
is
bad.
always ranting and raving about how cute and adorable her wee dog
dog is, so I thought I would turn them into the least cute thing that I could think of.
In order to achieve this, Count Dankula taught his dog to perform a very controversial salute, with the video racking up 2 million views in the weeks after it was uploaded. Initially, the video was seen as a bit of comedic fun. However, on the 18th of February 2017, approximately 10 months later, Count Dankula would post a picture to Twitter confirming that he'd been arrested and would have to appear in court for posting the video. 5 months later, Count Dankula would take to Twitter once again stating, "Trial starts tomorrow, no jury, only a judge. But it will be an open trial as in members of the public can attend, and as a result many fans showed their support at the trial." However, this didn't seem to have any impact on the decision made by the judge.
Why would you teach your dog how to do that?
And ordered him to pay a $1,000 fine. The judge stated, "As a matter of law, the test is not whether the video was offensive, but whether it was grossly offensive. I concluded that your video was not just offensive, but grossly so as well as menacing." Count Dankula was able to overcome this hiccup and still maintains his popularity on YouTube up until this day. However, the same can't be said for the Try Guys member Ned Fulmer, whose entire career came to a crash
update on Ned? Wait. Okay, so if you guys don't know who Ned Fulmer is, you guys all know BuzzFeed, right? Everyone's favorite, what vegetable would I be if I was a vegetable? Quiz makers, right? It was like sometime last year, maybe 2021, but wait, let's back up a little bit more. You got BuzzFeed, and then you had the Try Guys, and the Try Guys were like what was keeping BuzzFeed afloat for a while there, them and Unsolved Mysteries. Literally, I don't even think BuzzFeed literally has like just, I don't even know if they are still open. But so Try Guys leave BuzzFeed and open up their own production studio, Try Guys, right? And things are going well. They have employees and everything. And this guy decided to fuck one of them, cheating on his wife, who is the mother to his children. Love to see it.
Single video was
fucking scum
cheating on his wife. The girl in the video was fellow BuzzFeed employee Alex Herring, who had been in BuzzFeed videos with Ned before, and after the original screenshot of the two kissing went viral, a bunch of other evidence surfaced to confirm that Ned and Alex had been seeing each other behind the scenes. The event was so scandalous not only because Ned, his wife, and Alex were all public figures, but because Ned's main shtick within the videos was that he loved his wife so much and was therefore extremely dedicated to the marriage. Ned was literally known as the wife guy, and would constantly talk about his wife.
I didn't know that something had just their update on him.
People have made compilations on YouTube of him mentioning her. As a result of the scandal, Ned was fired from his high status position as one of the Try Guys, which was followed by the group posting their own video to explain the decision.
Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys.
We found that Ned had engaged in conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with him.
He's now been fired and has publicly embarrassed his wife and 2 children. Turns out Mr. Nice Guy Dependable isn't so nice and dependable.
So sad.
Ned Fulmer
I feel so bad for his wife.
Collapse. However, PewDiePie wasn't quite so lucky, as after making a single joke in a single video, he'd accidentally changed the social.
We're saying PewDiePie, one of the most subscribed guys, can't ruin their image. Oh, I mean, yeah.
The video was
ruined
titled,
their
"I've
image.
Discovered the greatest thing online," and it was posted on the 11th of January 2017. The premise was that PewDiePie was testing out the website Fiverr.
There's a website called Fiverr where you basically can ask anyone for anything for $5.
And therefore, as you might suspect, the video wasn't all that controversial in the beginning. He'd order a subscribe message from Jesus, pay to have his pictures photoshopped, and even had someone sing to him in Hebrew. However, it would be after PewDiePie ordered from the guys dancing in the jungle that things became controversial.
Yeah.
As a part of the Fiverr deal, PewDiePie was given the opportunity to write a 5-word message, which the guys would hold up on a sign in the video. Well, PewDiePie decided to have a bit of fun with it and wrote an anti-Semitic phrase just to
I don't know if I want to watch
do
this.
it. And as you can tell from PewDiePie's reaction, they most certainly did, leading PewDiePie to state this:
I didn't think they would actually do it. I feel partially responsible, but just I didn't think they would actually do it. Like, I'm not anti-Semitic or whatever it's called. Okay, so don't get the wrong idea. It was a funny meme, and I didn't think it would work. Okay.
Which was followed by the video being uploaded as usual. However, the response that the video generated certainly wasn't usual, as only 3 days later, articles began to pop up explaining that PewDiePie had been dropped by his Disney-owned multi-channel network. Upon seeing Disney drop PewDiePie, other advertisers such as Johnson & Johnson, the UK government, Coca-Cola, and Dr. Pepper,
people really thought PewDiePie
platform,
was going to
fearing that they might
destroy
be put
YouTube
beside
with
some
this.
unsavory content. In order to get these advertisers to return, YouTube introduced the demonetization of non-family friendly content, leading some creators to instantly lose more than half of their revenue.
With us, our YouTube money
Good
was
job,
cut
PewDiePie.
by more than 60%.
PewDiePie has since made a pretty good argument for why the adpocalypse wasn't really his fault. However, there was definitely no argument that Ryan Taylor could make
Adpocalypse.
after he'd post a completely unhinged video titled Nerf War in Toys R Us. The video began with the explanation that Toys R Us was closing down permanently, and therefore it would serve as the perfect place to have a Nerf war before they officially closed. However, for the exact same reason, the staff members seemed completely unconcerned about keeping their jobs and began to tackle the boys instantly. After this exchange occurred, the conflict escalated further.
You have no authority, bro, so I'll slam you back. Don't try and touch me, bro. And even you.
I've never heard of this.
Bro, that's not gonna end good, I'm telling you right now.
Oh my god, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Oh my god, is he gonna kill him?
In them being kicked out and wrecking half of the store in the process. The video most certainly received a mixed response. Some people saw it as a hilarious piece of entertainment, while others saw Ryan as nothing more than an idiot.
Oh my god. I don't know why, but that employee confronting him and him putting him in a chokehold. Oh my god, that just stressed me out
who were
so
already
much.
about to lose their jobs. But while Ryan Taylor had some support for the controversial video,
Oh my
the same
god.
couldn't be said for Logan Paul, who quite possibly holds the gold trophy for the most damage done to a reputation as the result of one.
My heart is like
video.
racing after
Japan
watching the
Forest
fight. I don't
Law.
know.
3 words that transport everybody back to the 31st of December 2017, when Logan
Mhm.
decided that he wanted to have an unconventional New Year's Eve.
2 years ago, I fell in love with the idea of, for New Year's, slowing it down, like going somewhere that's really isolated. So we're in Tokyo, Japan, right? I figured this was the perfect time to do it because if you look to my right, Logang, I give you the Aokigahara. Ooh.
After deciding to camp in the forest, Logan and his crew found someone who had recently passed away, and while Logan was extremely serious in the beginning, it wouldn't be long before he began to make jokes. At this point in time, Logan was one of YouTube's most hated creators, so when he uploaded the video, it created the perfect storm for the entire world to pile on with criticism. The pressure put on
He
Logan
kinda
prompted
bounced
the
back.
now iconic "So Sorry" apology.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
And while this video received over 60 million views, making it quite possibly the most well-known mistake in YouTube history, Logan was eventually able to repair his reputation using some very unique strategies.
I like how he that's such a smart tactic
Logan was-
at the end of the video here. I love how he ends it on Logan Paul. And then the first video he recommends right over here is literally the unforeseen redemption of Logan Paul. And like, oh, that's just such good, makes you want to watch another video. I love that. Like he literally, it's the same picture, the same hat in this. It's so good. Like that makes you want to watch more. I don't really have a lot to say about these people. I don't know if I'm going to make this a video. And like, it is like, I don't know. Most of these guys aren't around anymore. This guy, I'm surprised still makes videos, but like, the Ned Fulmer, kind of unseen, not surprised. All right. Our last video of the day, chat, because I have some house chores and stuff to do this afternoon, is going to be a bit of a long one. But I am a little confused because Mark Rober making Mark Rober content is a big W. I don't really know how one gets bed bugs. I would imagine you get them because you aren't cleaning your bed or it's just dirty. So I have never experienced bed bugs. I've never stayed at a place that has bed bugs or anything. So like, I don't really know anything about this. So it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. So let's learn something about bed bugs and hope that we never have to deal with them again.
Subjecting my body to science. Oh my gosh. By letting a
That
bed
is
bug
terrifying.
eat me. That's my blood. Because for 4 years now, I've been wanting to make this exact video, taking a deep dive, into the fascinating world of bed bugs. There's a lot of fear and myths out there regarding dealing with bed bugs, and today we're gonna debunk nearly all of them.
I literally just got chills because I didn't like the bugs, bro.
Heading out in the field with the experts and running some experiments. So if you can power through your squeamishness and spend the next few minutes here with me, I promise not
Mark,
only
why are
will
you
learn
doing
some
this
facts
to
about
me?
bed bugs you definitely
don't
know, but I'll make you
Okay.
a bed bugs expert, knowing exactly what they look like, how not.
All right, you guys heard it here. Mark Rober University. We watched this video to completion, and we will be certified bed bug experts. We have the Mark Rober guarantee. I will be right back. My dog is barking, and I need to find out why. All right, unsuccessful in getting the dog to stop barking because Tater Tot's an asshole, but it was just an Amazon delivery, so nothing serious.
To get them, but most importantly, what to do if you do get
He'll
them.
stop in a
Because
minute.
the
I'm sorry.
punchline
I'm gonna
is,
mute.
It's actually not that hard to get rid of them as long as you ignore all the bad advice
hopefully he
out there
stops.
and follow the surprisingly simple.
All right, wait. Now I think I'm hearing Tito cry. Please don't bark at any more delivery guys. All right, sorry about that.
Simple steps I'll demonstrate in this video. So let's get right to it.
All right, wait. Whoa. I'm an idiot. That the little like the wham in the sound is what I thought was Tito whining.
And head across the country, all the way to Rutgers University to visit their urban
Oh, that's where my dad went to college.
entomology lab, which basically means bugs you don't want in your house, to meet with Dr. Wong, the world's foremost bedbug expert. And the main reason for visiting his lab was to run a bunch of experiments to test all the things you read online that people swear will get rid of bedbugs. But before we got to that, I wanted to meet some of the little guys myself.
We have thousands of bedbugs here. It's an incubator, probably more than 20,000.
Oh my gosh. This is like the Fort Knox of bedbugs.
Sorry, I'm getting comfy here, boys. This is a long video.
Can I pick up one of these?
Sure.
Okay, I cannot drop this, I feel like.
This one probably had 400 or 500.
400 or 500 in this?
Yeah. You want to open it? You want to
I'll open it. This is my first time
No,
ever
thank
seeing a real
you.
bedbug.
No, thank you. I've never.
Do you want to use gloves?
Should I use gloves?
We always use gloves.
I should use gloves.
You want to use gloves? We always use gloves. Bro.
Just gotta go for it. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid.
That man's wild.
Oh, gross. Wow.
Oh God.
Oh man, there's so many of them. So this is what bed bugs look like. I just never knew. All right, so let me just cover some bed bug basics. It takes a few months for them to mature from egg all the way to full-grown male and female. And in those few months, they pass through these 5 stages of growth. You can see their relative size here compared to a credit card. And as humans, we have 5 senses, but their superhuman antenna give them 2 extra senses, allowing them to detect both body heat and carbon dioxide being breathed out by a potential host. Then once they get close, they use their sense of smell also on their antenna to lock down the exact final position of the person. Which is all to say,
I'm gonna like
exhale your smelly warm breath on them, they get real excited. That is crazy.
That's
so stoked right now to eat. Sorry guys. Their lifespan is anywhere from 3 months to a year, and ideally they like to feed about once a week. But there's this unsettling fact.
Without feeding, they can live 3 to 6 months.
What? Because they just don't move very much?
Plus, the blood is highly nutritious material, so they can stay in the resting stage for 3 to 6 months.
And
that's
the professor says
crazy.
3 to 6 months here, but for my first of 5 super wild bedbug facts, if their environment is relatively cold, they can survive up to 300 days without eating anything. They're really flat.
Because they are hungry.
That's
so when
crazy.
they're hungry and they haven't fed, they're going to be more flat.
Right.
I'd love to get a shot of it going from flat and brown to...
Oh, if you want to do that, you put it on the arm. You can see.
Which meant I had a decision to make. Okay,
Oh.
for science, we're going to make a brown
Yo.
red.
So average feeding time is about 5 to 10 minutes.
I feel like
Oh
I'm
my
at the
God.
Red Cross here. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Oh.
No, it's start feeding.
It's already feeding?
Yeah, it's feeding.
Yo, I was
right
so
now I
hungry.
feel
Oh my God, you
nothing.
can
So
see
they're not
it.
very reacting to the bites.
The butt's sticking up in the air now.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it's getting bigger. And there's just something about seeing another organism steal your blood that sharpens the focus and leads one to start pondering some questions that probably should have been pre-pondered. And they don't carry diseases, right? I should have asked this 10 minutes ago. And this is my second super wild bedbug fact.
Oh my
They don't
God.
carry or transmit any diseases, which sort of serves as an evolutionary advantage in the world of coexisting with humans because the government doesn't really support research to eradicate them since they don't really pose a widespread health threat. When it's done, will it start running real quick?
It will run slowly because it's bigger, fatter.
They're easily crawling the walls of this dish, by the way.
Right. So we tend to put a talcum powder in the interior walls so they cannot escape. I think we have some talcum powder.
You think? The think is the part that I'm concerned about. Oh gosh, he's moving.
Moving. Okay, finished.
What do I do now?
9 minutes. Finished. Don't worry. I'll put it in the dish. So 9 minutes.
Oh my God, that thing is so full of blood.
Normally after I give blood, I get juice and cookies. And when we put my new blood buddy next to an unfed bed bug,
Jesus.
the difference was astounding. Which made me
What
really
the
curious
fuck?
what it would look like under the microscope that was just sitting there begging to be used. Oh my gosh.
Wow, those are my red blood cells. Oh, are those bubbles even? No way. Life is amazing.
I don't think
crazy.
I reacted, right?
That's good. So
What
you're
the
not as
hell?
reactive as me.
So I could put even more on my arm then.
You can try.
I'm taking one in the name of science, and we're gonna load up 10 bed bugs on my arm. That's 1, 2. We've also
Do they
put
like-
some DEET, which they
3.
don't like, to kind of make a barrier, so they stay in the middle.
Yeah.
So
They
it's like
shaved his
Thanksgiving.
arm.
There's one down
5.
there. Can you get that one,
6,
please?
7,
Oh, I can feel them bite. Like if I don't look.
9, 10, 11.
I said 10, Professor.
1 bonus.
Oh, that one's turning red already.
Oh my
Could you
God.
imagine just somebody who have a bad infestation just every night? Like, this is what their leg looks like.
They can get thousands of bites.
A night?
Yeah, a night.
They're getting bigger and bigger by the second. Oh, you better not start mating on me.
This one finished.
Okay, I don't like your attitude. Let's get rid of this guy. Professor.
They're like, yo, we have a bunch of Mark Rober's blood now.
Professor. As they finish, I vote them off the island. I don't want him crawling up my arm. He's full, and you're off the island. Oh, and you're off the island. And he's done. Peace. Down to 2. This is like a Mr. Beast challenge.
Watch him like
Last to leave the
burst
island was a
like
gallon of rabbit
mosquitoes.
blood. Oh, we have a winner! I think it's dead. Oh, there he goes. And so once again, by way of comparison, here are the 11 bed bugs that just spent some quality time with me versus 11 unfed bed bugs of similar ages. All right, so they're all done feeding. There was 11 total. It took about 10 minutes, but I would have no idea they just made a meal out of me. Like, I felt a tiny prick on one of the 11, but other than that, like, it's a tricky little parasite. And I'm not alone. Half of all people have no reaction to a bed bug bite, whereas the other 50% of the population will have some kind of reaction to their saliva that will look something like this in the morning. So having survived the bloodletting, it was time to run our experiments and head into the vault sealed by the huge wooden door. All right, so we're here in the bed bug test chamber, and we've set up a bunch of tests in here. So for example, in these two, we have these dishes. Basically, they can climb up the wall, then they get stuck in this trough. It's too slippery to climb out. Inside each of these troughs, there's a little vial of this good smelling stuff that to the bed bugs smells like a human. So they're gonna go to either one of these. So this one in this corner is a control, whereas in this corner, we have an ultrasonic pest repeller. So we wanna see if this actually does anything or not. So
Is
at the
that
end
not
of 24
too
hours,
close?
we'll come back. We'll count the number of bed bugs in this dish versus this one. There's way more in the control, and this is actually doing something. But if there's the same number of each, then this is nothing more than a gimmick to steal your money. In addition to testing the ultrasonic bedbug repeller, we
Interesting.
used an identical test setup to investigate some of the other supposed remedies to bed bugs commonly found online, including dryer sheets, mothballs, baking soda, and essential oils. And just for the sake of my curiosity, we also placed this vertical post in a dish. For my super wild bedbug fact number 3 out of 5, the professor told me that bedbugs are attracted to vertical objects because if you think about it, humans generally sleep at the highest elevation in any given room. So their logic is just crawl up any vertical object you see until you eventually find a warm-blooded meal at the top. So this is to mimic a bedpost, and we do have an attractant in both trays. The hypothesis is that there will actually be more bedbugs in this tray because you have that vertical post. And if that turns out to be true, that's pretty wild. And in addition to those 6 tests, we set up some residual effects tests where we treated a surface with each of these 3 products you could buy at the local hardware store, specifically marketed to kill bed bugs. And then finally, we tested this fogger spray, also
Are bed bugs really this big of an issue?
specifically designed for killing bed bugs. Godspeed, little fellas. And then we set it off, leaving 3 dishes of exposed bed bugs at different spots in the same room. And so as a final step, we placed the bed bugs at the center of each of the 6 trays in the bed bug vault, and we were underway. The experiment's all set up. We're gonna close the wooden vault, do a final bed bug check, let her run. And now that the experiments were running, Professor Wong invited us to join him on a research visit to an apartment building nearby that had been receiving frequent reports of bed bugs. So him and his team were going out to collect some samples and to try out some new treatment approaches. And after entering the apartment, it didn't take long to find our first culprit.
That apartment is so nasty.
So him and his team were going out to collect some samples and to try out some new treatment approaches. And after
Look at all that trash. That's how you get bed bugs. Okay.
It didn't take long to find our first culprit, the bed bug here, which the professor told me was dead.
Dead, yeah.
When in fact, he was just a good faker. By the way, this is a bit of a warning that some people might find the next few minutes a little gross, so skip ahead a bit.
Oh, we're gonna find the next few minutes very gross, chat, but we're gonna
More than
watch.
1,000 houses or apartments have bed bugs in the US today, which might sound bad, but for my super wild bed bug fact number 4, before 1950, it was 1 in 3 houses that had bed bugs. Hence the origin of the saying, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Midnight to 3 a.m. is typically their most active time, and it takes a little more than 10 minutes to get to you, a little less than 10 minutes to feed, as you saw with my arm, and a little more than 10 minutes to get back to their hiding spot. If you're suspicious you're sleeping on a mattress with bed bugs, just check under the mattress in the corners and look for bed bug poop stains like this. Just remember, this is more of an extreme case, so yours might not look quite this bad. These 2 here are actually mating, which we saw quite a bit in the lab too. Which actually leads to my final super wild bed bug fact, and buckle up, because this one's a doozy. Typically in nature, in order to make a baby
Oh,
of a
I want a
thing, you have a
doozy.
male, which let's say is represented by this plug, and a female, which let's say is represented by this outlet. And if you plug in the cord,
Hey, yo, Birds and Bees with Mark Rober in 10
you get
seconds.
an adorable little baby. And just like in pretty much all the rest of nature, female bedbugs totally have an outlet, except male bedbugs prefer to take this approach. The scientific term for this is called traumatic insemination. And just like my wall is now damaged, it actually damages the abdomen of the females, leading to significantly shorter lifespans. Researchers
That's
aren't exactly
sad.
sure why they've evolved to use this alternate approach, but it must offer some kind of overall advantage, leading females to lay up to 5 eggs every day, and you can see their handiwork here on that same chair we saw before. Like all insects, bedbugs have an exoskeleton, so what you're seeing here is as they grow bigger from stage to stage, they molt and leave behind their old exoskeleton. How bad is this infestation relative to most you see?
Yeah, moderate.
Moderate?
You can see tens of thousands bugs.
To prove his point, he later sent me a video of this house with the charming exterior, which they had treated a few months ago. The truly staggering part about this place, though,
No, get off the
one
screen.
person lived there. He just wasn't allergic to their bites, and he just learned to live with them. Back at our thankfully
How do you learn to live with
infestation,
that?
The professor's team took some samples
What the
for study later
fuck?
and started treating the room. Now, unsurprisingly, the apartments both above and below this one also had some minor bedbug issues. So if you're working to get rid of bedbugs in your apartment, just make sure you let your landlord know what's going on in case the unit next to you happens to be the primary source to prevent you from getting a second wave. And as we were wrapping up, the professor dropped a bit of a bombshell about how it was pretty likely we had at least some bedbugs on us at this point, even if you can see, you may not see, like,
Yeah, they can.
which is why he always plays it safe.
Oh, actually, I have spare clothing always. When I go home, I always wash it.
This shoes only for bedbug shoes.
What? Nobody told us any of it. We, unfortunately, were not told to bring, nor did we have a spare change of clothes. What have I done? So we did the next best thing by steaming ourselves, which instantly kills the bedbugs from the heat. That is until the professor decided he should check his shoes and found this.
Is it alive?
Yeah, it's alive.
Oh my gosh. No way.
At which point, just steaming ourselves seemed wildly insufficient. And because apparently it's illegal in the state of New Jersey to just publicly chill in your underwear, me and my crew hit up the local Goodwill to wait things out in style. So the next day we headed back to the lab to check out
Yo,
our
I love
results
that.
and our
Oh
freshly
my
laundered
God.
clothes. But can I just take a moment to say it's the best to hang out with bug people because they have cool door knockers and interesting magazine subscriptions. The only downside being they like to study more than just bed bugs. Oh, it smells. This is where they keep the cockroaches, and as you might recall, I really don't like cockroaches.
Each one has thousands of those.
Wow, that's so disgusting.
Don't like roaches either.
these
Why
are
am I
the
watching a bug
kind
video? I
These are
hate
the
bugs.
American largest one in the U.S.
Their freaking antenna? That's the worst sound in the world. Wait, they have wings?
Yeah, they have wings. In Florida, they can fly too, but here temperature is cold.
So if it was a little warmer in this lab, they would fly?
They will fly.
Oh my god!
Let's get out of here.
So we made our way back upstairs where I felt much more comfortable. Time to check the results. So this ultrasonic pest repeller did nothing. If anything, it attracted them. We had 120 bed bugs with the ultrasonic sensor. Over here for the control, we had 101. Clearly that does nothing to repel bed bugs. And of course that confirms our hypothesis considering bed bugs don't even have ears. Not to mention that apartment we visited had a couple plugged into the wall themselves. So definitely save your money on that one. Next up was the vertical post test. That is wild. There are so many over here by the vertical post. Literally none over here on the other side. And the remaining 4 tests all had similar results. So I'll just show the average, which was around 4 bed bugs trapped in the dish that was surrounded by either the dryer sheets, mothballs, baking soda, or essential oils, with around 26 bugs trapped in the control. These results clearly show bed bugs prefer to avoid these 4 items because they all have a really strong scent and bed bugs have a really good sense of smell, but they don't do anything to kill the bed bugs. According to the professor, these act more as an annoyance, but the bed bugs would gladly walk over them if it was between temporarily having to deal with the smell and starving to death. As for the residual effect tests with the pesticides specifically engineered to kill bed bugs, it was even worse news. The spray, aerosol, and fogger bed bug killers all killed about 12% of the bed bugs after 10 days. And before you go all glass half full and think, well, 12% is better than nothing, our control, which was just water, also had a 12% mortality rate, so it's literally not better than nothing. According to Professor Wong, part of the reason for these terrible results is that many strains of bed bugs have developed immunity to a lot of these chemicals.
Oh my god, we're making super bed bugs?
In 10 years, all bed bugs will be immune. And this sort of makes sense because they're constantly undergoing localized mass extinction events when people try and spray them. And only the most hardy minorities survive each time and pass on their increasingly pesticide-resistant genes. There were some chemicals that on average were effective in killing about 50%.
I will burn my house down.
The bed bugs directly, but if they were just hanging out in the area you sprayed later, it's once again the same as water. The problem with this is you'll only ever see a small portion of the bed bugs you actually have, so direct spray pesticides are sort of pointless if your goal is to eradicate the entire population. That's the bad news. Now here's the good news. There was a superstar in our test, and that was the diatomaceous earth, with a nearly 90% mortality rate after 10 days. This stuff is just crushed, fossilized shells from tiny prehistoric aquatic organisms called diatoms. The key here is their shells were silica-based, and silica is what you see in those packets you see sometimes in packages that you're not supposed to eat. Silica is useful because it absorbs moisture incredibly well. For bed bugs, this is a bummer because when they walk by it, it sticks to their exoskeleton, as you can see here under the microscope, and they die from dehydration in a matter of hours to days. We're eating lunch right after this, which is a bad idea in hindsight. The best part here is they end up transferring this to each other back in their hiding spots. And since every organism needs water to live, they can never develop immunity to it. There's also one more bit of really good news, and that's bed bugs die at 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, instantly. This is also 100% effective, and there's no way to build immunity to it. And a really easy way to get a bed bug to 120 degrees, as we demonstrated earlier, is with a clothes dryer or a steamer, or if you want the nuclear option, you can work with professionals to heat your entire house to that temperature. Now that we have a better sense of what does and doesn't work, let's talk about what to do if you actually get bed bugs. And the first thing to point out is the best way to get rid of them is to not get them in the first place. And the most common way people get bed bugs is through traveling. So when you get to your room, here are 3 simple tips. First, pull back the bed sheets and check the corners of the mattress now that you know what to look for. Second, don't set your suitcase on the bed or the floor. Instead, set it on the luggage rack, or if for some reason you feel like you need to be extra cautious, the bathtub. And third, don't put your clothes in the hotel drawers or leave them just lying around. Whatever you're not wearing should just stay in your luggage or hanging up on the hangers. All right, so you were super careful with staying in the hotel on track.
People that use the inside, like the hotel dressers and stuff, are mad. They're crazy.
But then you got back and bought that couch on Craigslist for a smoking deal, and now you got bed bugs in your home. In Professor Wong's experience, you don't actually need to spend $4,000 hiring an exterminator, as long as you know there's 3 steps for defense and 3 for offense. First up, for defense, you put your bed in a bag. You can buy these mattress and box spring encasements off Amazon that once you zip them around your bed, basically seal in any bed bugs currently living inside. Just remember, they can live up to 300 days, so you can't take it off for a year. And they not only trap in any current bed bugs, but they also remove all the mattress hems and clever hiding spots they love to use. Number 2, your clothes dryer. Wash and dry your clothes and sheets at least once a week. More often doesn't hurt. Importantly, you want to wash them in hot water and dry them on the highest heat setting because it's impossible for them to survive this. Number 3, simplify and declutter. Simplify the room to take away any hiding spots by putting clutter into plastic bags or totes. They aren't interested in clean clothes, but dirty clothes smell nice to them, so it's good to also store those in a plastic bag or tote until you're ready to wash them. Also, move your bed away from the wall so the only way they can get on the bed is by climbing up the legs. So that's the 3 steps for defense. Now for the offense. Number 1, vacuum. Make sure you vacuum the bedroom floor and the bed area once a week. Just be sure to empty anything you've collected into a bag and into the trash. At number 2, we've got diatomaceous earth, which, as you recall, was the superstar from our tests. You should definitely apply this
such a long video,
but it's especially useful in penetrating the cracks and crevices close to the bed, including around and behind power outlets. The key is applying just a light dusting like this. If you leave it in clumps, it will actually backfire and not be as effective because they'll just navigate around it. it. And finally, at number 3, we've got steam. A simple clothes steamer like this will do the job. And I think it's great that with all the years and money spent on creating all these synthetic pesticides, the 2 most effective methods for killing bed bugs are just crushed up rocks and really hot water, which are by far the 2 most simple and natural. Use the steamer all around your bed once a week, but if you find something you want to treat you can't steam or put in the dryer, you can put it in a bag and then put it in the freezer for 3 days, and that will also kill them. Professor Wong said if you have a small infestation and you just notice them, then using these 3 defensive and offensive steps will totally take care of the problem without needing to spend money on an exterminator. However, if you've got a lot of bed bugs and you've had them for a long time, then getting professional help is probably a good idea. The entire house heating option takes about 8 hours, and it's the most surefire way to totally eradicate every bed bug along with any eggs all at once, but it can cost up to $4,000 depending on the size of your place. Now that you're playing both defense and offense and things are looking good, stick these traps under the bed legs so you can monitor and have some peace of mind that they are in fact totally gone. Alright, that's it. You're a bed bug expert now. I'm hopeful that at least some of you will have a renewed appreciation for the fascinating natural world around us, and everyone else can just congratulate yourself on making it to the end while soaking in a bathtub of Listerine. This is the world's largest frisbee launcher. And I invited my nephews out to demonstrate just how much more accurate it is than their mere human selves.
Wow!
And that frisbee launcher, of course, is just a scaled up replica of this handheld version, which also happens to be insanely accurate with all 6 rapid fire shots. Then there's this coin spinner that also gives you superpowers, this time to spin a coin better than any mere human.
All right, that's just him shilling products and stuff. But yeah, I am kind of disgusted by that video, and I don't know if I like it. But Mark Rober literally just crazy video. I can't do the I just don't understand how like you get bed bugs. And I know that sounds like probably like really like first world of me. Sorry. Like I don't mean to sound like that, but I just like clean your fucking house. Don't live in fucking dirt and squalor. But like that's why I'm not gonna lie, guys. I said squalor, and then I instantly in my head was like, shit, wait, is that the right word? And I had to Google it. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. But that was a lot of fun. We have been live now for 2-ish hours, I think. And I have a lot of stuff I have to do. I have some stuff tomorrow. But please be on the lookout. I am gonna do an off-stream video talking about NVIDIA's new super sampling for their they just released this new thing where pretty much like any online digital streaming content can be up-resed if you have a 30 or 40 series NVIDIA graphics card, which looks super cool. And I didn't know anything about it until this morning when I was working out, and I was listening to the WAN show and saw it. So I'm going to do a video on that because it could potentially change how streamers stream forever. And I think it's really cool. So I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive into that. And hopefully I'll have that video up tomorrow, maybe Thursday, depending on how long it takes me to write the script and everything. I started writing the script, but I still have to finish most of it. So be on the lookout for that. I will hopefully be able to get my first part of the Wulong Final Dynasty video up today as well. It will probably be later tonight, probably around 8 or 9 Eastern, because I have some stuff I have to do before I can get back to editing it. But I have most of a script outline done, as well as most of the video edited down, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do it, because right now, as it stands, with some story points that I'm probably still going to cut down on, as well as all of my deaths and everything, it's like a 40-minute video. I mean, and that is fair. That's about 10 minutes per hour of gameplay. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know if I want to upload a 40-minute video. So I'm going to be working on that this afternoon. There probably going to be some shorts. Keep an eye out. I have yesterday's stream edited down and ready. Those things are going to be uploaded. If you missed yesterday's stream, you can go on the channel and watch the whole stream. But my hot takes and catching iron leaves, right? Iron leaves. That's the Pokemon. Yeah. I'll have that in a nice condensed video, just going over the quick things that you don't have to watch my like 40 minutes of rambling. You can just watch like a nice 5 or 8 minute video. What else? I had some thoughts here. Oh, tonight, hopefully tonight, probably tomorrow, I have a really fun plan for stream tomorrow. I'm not gonna announce it yet. I'm like, it's gonna be a really fun stream. Like, I actually think it's a really cool idea, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. But I think potentially before we do that, so either tonight or tomorrow, we're gonna stream the last part of Atomic Heart so that I can start working on that video, and it should be good. That's pretty much it that I have planned for today. I know I didn't really do much. We just watched a bunch of videos, but I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you to everyone in chat, and be on the lookout for the videos to get uploaded, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.